Yo, people, what a fun, people. We are here once again at the BallHeadzTv station, and we are so honored, and it's a pleasure to have you here joining us. My name is Duke, and what's up, Mister?
I'm Dale.
The great Dale.
How things?
Well, I'm there, no ballhead.
Yep.
Yeah, man, we're going to do my thing, you understand, as them say.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what's the man?
Boy, enough things to talk about, brother.
Oh,
Only
okay.
things happen in the space of football, you know?
That is it. Real,
Yeah,
for
man.
real. We just welcome the man, them, hurry up and come and join into the stream, We want your participation.
Yep.
We crave your indulgence. And we're putting the number on the screen right away because we want you to participate. We want to hear your views as we share our views and the news and all the reviews that you can use. Yeah.
Sure. Up.
Yes, Boy, so many things to discuss, So many things to discuss. We're going to give them some time to just roll in, you understand? We just want to
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, we want to give thanks for the persons who have subscribed already. And we are thankful for your contribution because every subscription helps, every like, every share, it helps to build the channel, build up the BallHeads empire. Yeah, and like I say, you can have here on your head, We're not
don't
talking
have to be
about
bald-headed to be
you understand?
All right. You don't have to be earless.
To
be bald.
And when we say ball heads, we're not talking about necessarily here on your head. A head for ball, for sports.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that is what we're talking about. And ball education, ball ed, as they would say. So big up the persons who have joined the stream. We're so thankful that you could have joined us. Well, so much things to chop up. Just hit the like button as you are here. Show us some love. Show us some some support. We're here trying to do our thing and highlight a lot of the things that have been taking place in the world of sport, particularly football at the moment. Yeah, a lot of stuff has been taking place, and we wish to highlight them and big them up. Before we go into any discussion, still, let me start my customary timer. I kind of like start it nowadays. Okay, it's telling me that my battery is low, but I can charge it in the meantime. Yeah, but as I'm saying that a lot of stuff has been taking place, not necessarily on the national level, or the international level, but in our local level deal. Do you know what I'm talking about? You might not pick it up yet. You can hear me, right? I hope you haven't
Come
dropped
on, man.
off.
I hear you loud and clear.
Ah,
Loud and
okay.
clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, the signal dropped a little while ago. But what I'm saying is that people, I don't know if you know this now, but you're looking at two recent champions, you know.
Yes, sir.
You're looking at two champions, all right?
Man, we got mash up
Uh,
a thing over the
yeah,
weekend,
I wonder
people.
if we can show them people what really are going. Show them deal. Cause we can show them, you know. We can show
What
them,
do
you
you
know.
mean? Brother, sure thing.
All right, we are gonna show them, man. We are gonna show them, man. All right, go and talk a little bit. Let me look it up, cause we have to show them, you know. And I have to know, so we not just talk about ball, you know, but we involved in the ball.
I mean,
You
man,
know?
from time to time, man, we go, man, and we exercise, with skills, with dexterity, all them things.
Yeah, we try to see, you know.
We're not cool,
Right,
and we groove on the ball thing. So, any weight there,
yeah, yes, man.
and get that chance to knock it, we'll go there and find it and knock it.
Yes, indeed. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So
Show them thing, brother. Show them thing.
yeah, so what I'm alluding to is that Dale and I were involved in some football recently. You know, we played a competition. You know, a local competition. Nothing major, but we try to do our own thing in our own space. And I'm still looking for that thing, Joe. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
While I do that, you big up some of the people and big up the people that put on the thing on
Oh
all
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
things.
Yeah, we have to big up. We call them the Solid Rock. I wish I had the flyer. I could have read it out, but it was an event held in Central Florida. Six churches came together and they had like a fun day, but with football at the center. You understand? And
So
the
so
champions,
so a seven aside.
yeah, a seven-a-side competition, a nice little vibe. There were like food, a lot. It was a big family event. Put it that way, a big family event. And we were the eventual champions. The North Orlando Seventh Day Adventist Church. We were the representatives there. Do we go to that church? Um, what should we say? We represented the church and we were successful. A lot of persons came out. We saw ballers from all over the place. When I stopped there, big up yourself, Dima. Who that? Bush League champs. Yeah, 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 yeah. The Bush League champs, the Bush League champs. Yeah, man. We show, we have to show them still. We still have to show them, because we're doing our thing in
Brother,
our own pace when we can,
even if
you
it's
know.
a cup, play for a cup, not easy.
Yeah.
Even if it's a
Look at
mug. You see
you,
me, I
you,
say,
you
brother?
see you seeing that there? Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Look how look how big that trophy is. Hey, Demo would love to see a trophy like that, Demo, imagine clap a hole up something like this right now. That is it. That is it. That is it. Well, we
Yeah,
did it.
man.
We did it. But big up yourself, Dima, for joining us. We really appreciate your support, and I hope that you will get as many tickets as you need. When you get 30,000 tickets, you alone. Yeah, understand. Yeah, man. So we there, we there, we there. We did it. It was a lot. I learned a lot of lessons. Let me tell you one big lesson I learned. Really easy for the on the bench. Easy when you're on the bench, because you on the bench and you know what you can do. And when you see other people out there that you don't think doing what they are supposed to do, it's not an easy thing. It takes a lot of strength. So I have to big up the people them who sit on the bench. Some of them man
Lot
like
of
us
frustration.
control by you know
Yep.
them something there. So yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, that is that. We did it, we won it, and we will do it again. All right.
And it
All
was
right.
fun.
Yes, indeed. It was total fun. Fun for the family, and we have the trophy to prove it.
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to talk about anything, or you want to just dive into some of the matters that we need to discuss today?
Um, let's you go first, no? Where I'm gather my thoughts. I gather my thoughts. I mean,
All
you
right.
can
All right.
highlight what are some of the topics that we'll be looking at today.
All right, we can do that. We can do that. As the thumbnail suggests, we are going to touch upon JPL, of course, recently concluded Jamaica Premier League that was held at the National Stadium to much fanfare. A lot of people were saying, boy, we don't know how many people will really turn out to the finals because um, getting some people into Sabina is one thing, but putting it into the National Stadium is a different ball game, so to speak. But we'll discuss how that went. And I have entitled that section The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of the JPL. All right. We're going to talk about the EPL, of course, and what happened in the EPL, the champions, how it all unfolded. Are the champions the real champions? Hmm. Who were the standout players? What what the EPL, unfolded. How was it for you? We want to hear your views on that. And of course, some late breaking news. I'm not claiming to be the breaking news boss, but news coming out of UK in the night at this time, or yeah, it's still in the night. Is Pochettino is out of Chelsea.
Wow.
What does that mean? There are a lot of clubs looking for coaches, and there are a lot of coaches looking for clubs. Yeah. And if we do have the time, we can touch a little bit on the Nations League. The squads are coming out. Who is in? Who is out? Let's have a talk and look at that as well. So that's pretty much a rundown of what we'll be chopping up today. Almost stone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Sound
People,
solid?
I just want the people to know that on Ballets TV with predominantly speak about football,
Yes,
but
I.
also I must say that I'm a sport enthusiast, and I just want to a side note to say, boy, I've been viewing the NBA, and trust me, Regine, I don't know if you watch NBA, brother, but me say
Mm-hmm.
the champions, the former champions. You
Yeah.
understand me? The Nuggets, they were.
Look like the stream drop in there.
I'm gonna
Check,
tell you, it
check,
was a
check. Ah,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. I
You
hear
hear
you
me?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
go.
Me I say it was a banger. We saw. I saw. I don't know if I want to say a change of the guards, but I saw a young man in a young man from the Timberwolves,
Mm-hmm.
named Edwards. Man,
Yeah.
I don't want to compare him to Michael Jordan, but this
Please
young
don't.
man
You
is
might you might get stolen.
no, yeah, I'll try to stay away from that. But brother, let me tell you something. The young man, fearless,
Yeah.
fearless, brother. I'm gonna tell you, so the man bring it to the Nuggets. You know what I mean? The game was tantalizing. All
Mm.
the adjectives that you could use, brother.
Okay.
It was enthralling all the way to game 7.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it was like a roller coaster ride.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. They took us on highs and lows and all of and round the corners, because when the season started out, they took us on highs and the Timberwolves ran out to a 2 love.
Yeah.
They went up 2-0 at at Denver's home, and Denver
Okay.
came roaring back, brother, winning 3 games in a row. But I figured that at some point they would have run out of steam. I
Okay.
mean, trust me, it is not an easy thing for win 4 straight games.
Yeah. Check out what Dima was saying. I soon go back
You
to
know
the
what I mean?
club comment, Dima, but Dima was saying they're already comparing him to MJ.
There you go. There you go.
Well,
You
man, to
understand me?
back
At
on
23, at,
basketball.
at
But do
23
you
year old.
so
You
do
understand me,
you
brother?
do you think how long has he been playing? Do you have any idea how long he's been playing now?
I think this is his second season. No, I think this is probably his third season.
Third season?
Yeah, I think this is his
Is this
third
like his
season,
third
brother.
season at this at playing at this
At this level.
level
Yeah, man.
and they
He
can't
was
compare
he
him to
was
MJ? Hmm.
in
Hmm.
fearless too. When I say fearless, I see everything in this young man that I would see in Kobe, in Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and the way he spurs on his team. You know what I mean? As I it's a kid. This is a
Yeah,
kid
me
that
get
has
that. No, all
taken
right, all
over
right. So
the
this is
Timberwolves.
this is me, and this goes across all sports for me. In order to become considered a great in sports, you have a word called consistency. That's why I asked how long has he been doing what he's doing.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
understand?
man.
Because it's about how how frequently can you reproduce the high points and how long you can sustain it for. Two those
I think everybody saw that this young man would be somebody special. After the World Cup, the basketball, the FIBA World Cup, where
Mhm.
United States was did not even get a medal.
Mm,
He was the standout, brother.
okay.
He was the standout. He was USA.
Team USA.
Only in a losing fashion. But he was Team USA, brother. And let me
Yeah.
tell you something, man. The man we see this young man coming to the fore, and I right now, to be honest with you, I am sorry for all the other teams that is going to face the Timberwolves.
Okay.
Sorry for them,
Okay.
brother. Yeah. So I'm not to, and then you had also the Mavericks,
Yeah.
and you had the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. Mavericks and the no, you had the Mavericks and OKC, and you had a young man who I considered also a standout. Most people touted him for MVP of the season. I think his
Uh-huh.
name is Shea Gildress Alexander. Shea Gildress Alexander. I love the way he plays. Um, and he has been very consistent. You know what I mean?
Mm.
However, you know what I mean, the Mavericks showed a little more grit, you know what I mean, and host them in 6 games. But trust me, the NBA is alive and well. I think a lot of people were worried after LeBron's exploits and all of that, if we would see a lull in the NBA, but
Not so. Check, check, check.
there are many young talents.
Yep, yep. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going back to this comment here. I'm going back to this comment here, man. Hopefully this channel gives Liverpool a farewell. And Liverpool is my fierce adversary, right? But I think we and on this channel can understand and appreciate greatness. So I don't think it's such a bad thing to say, farewell to Jurgen Klopp, because I thought that he's a good coach. He's a good coach. He has contributed to the world of football. So whether you like him or you don't like him, you still have to respect him.
Uh,
If you want to call in and give a tribute, Demo, we won't stop you. We won't stop you.
might I
I,
say something about Klopp?
yeah, man, go ahead.
You know, when I think about it, um, I think that when Clough came into the EPL
Well,
when
hold on. You call him Cloth or Clop? Which one you call him?
Clough, Clough,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. I thought that there was a transition that was made from
Yeah.
players to coach. We had a time or a season when there were high profile players in the EPL. And then
Hmm.
after a while, we saw the tapering off. We saw players reaching their peak and leaving the club, and we saw a lot of young players in the EPL,
Hmm.
and the EPL probably would have lost some of its bite, its grit, and all of that.
Yeah.
But here came coaches who picked up the mantle, and they became the headliners. Many times it was this coach against this coach. It was strategies against strategies, and we saw that battle between Clough and and my guy from City, and other coaches,
Yeah.
that came in, and we it it created environment
Hmm.
where there was constant battle, not necessarily with players, but with great minds, battles
Yeah.
of minds. You know what I mean? And I think with Clough leaving, certainly there's going to be uh, a loss, of that kind of battle that we've seen week in and week out between great minds.
All right. Sweet. In the time you were there talking, I had just enough time to compose a poem to Jurgen Klopp. Oh yes, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's a fitting poem.
let's hear it.
I'm gonna listen to this. You can take this one to the bank now, no Divo. In An in Anfield's heart, where dreams reside, a legend walked with pride and stride. Jurgen Klopp, with fervent zeal, ignites flames, made passions real. Through rain and sun in every game, he carved a path, he built a name. The cop would sing, the banners wave for Jurgen, the brave, the bold, the brave. So here's to Klopp, our the guiding star. No matter where you wander far, in Anfield's heart, you'll always stay a legend, never to decay. That is the Jurgen Klopp.
Hola, 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 hola.
We're getting a car. We're getting a car.
Hola, hola, hola.
Is this Demo?
This is he. This is he.
Okay, okay, Demo. Turn it up, the
Yeah,
deal. Turn it
man.
up.
You can hear me
Yeah,
good?
man, loud and clear.
Alright. So first of all, big up you, man. Congrats on the cup, and just just the fact say, just the fact that me here, well, not only here, you
Yeah,
say club with a dreaming to lift a cup like that and that kind of thing. Message. I said to
this
myself, hold on.
season, this season, boss.
No, but club already lift a cup this season. I don't understand. But anyway.
Hmm.
Um, so here's my thing, and I am so glad that I got this opportunity,
Yes.
because it's like, me know say everybody talk about the Premier League, and for me, I think clubs going away celebration and stuff kind of overshadow Manchester City winning the league, because if
Hmm.
you check all the data and stats out there, everybody seemed to they were watching that farewell and going away party, and watching Manchester City celebrate. the title.
I tell you
And
what, Dima, more people are watching. It
mm,
seems like more people are watching me and Dale play football than we're watching Man City. May I tell you the truth? Something never right.
no. So yeah, so the data out there show I think like 72% were watching clubs going away
Yeah.
than and about 20 something percent are watch the City game. But the thing is, for me, I know people
Well,
like but
the
literally
president of the FA,
your club only won one Premier League title. I'm gonna
Mm.
say, what do you mean by only one Premier League title and only one Champions League title? What that's supposed to mean? Like, if it wasn't for Jurgen Klopp coming into this league and absolutely decimating one of the greatest coaches of all time, I don't think people understand what Klopp do for Liverpool and win this league. Manchester City would have gone 7 out of 8. No, they would have got 8 out of 8 titles right now if it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for club.
Yep.
8 out of 8. Like it is ridiculous.
Yeah, I have to
Like
agree with that.
the man come. I may tell you, we when Liverpool won the league, right? We had 82 points. 82 points after 29 games when Klopp came in and win the league that season. When COVID came, 29 games passed, Liverpool had 82 points. You know how
Mm.
much Manchester City they have? 57. So the
Wow.
league did done and wrapped up and all. The man absolutely decimated Pep Guardiola that time. COVID came and paused the league. Like people there consider say, oh, just give Liverpool the title because there's no catching them back. And we don't know if football will ever start again. That's how bad it was. Then, so when people come and make it seem like say him just win, the man just win. He literally dismantled Pep Guardiola. This man come from Germany, where Bayern Munich are the only team who win the league. Jurgen Klopp go there and win the league back to back with Borussia Dortmund. It is unbelievable what this man continues to do. Him go in the Super Cup for Liverpool. Him win how much Carabao Cup for we. Him win the FA Cup for we versus Chelsea. Like this man has done. The man just revolutionized Liverpool and put it back on the map again. Like
I mean,
what you say?
yeah, I appreciate how you are, highlighting the plaudits of Klopp. But
Yeah.
for me, if I should just chime in a little bit, for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's his ability to make the league competitive, to push Man City
Mm-hmm.
and even the other clubs to be better than what they thought they were. So if it's that alone, may I forgive Klopp some big up.
And just to wrap up, it's like the relationship and me not like boring coaching. Like me really that's why I say this Arne slot brother. I'm not even get into it, but it's like my coach have to have character. And where Jurgen Klopp come give me a Liverpool boss is character boss. Like the man just so passionate. Like him just fit in. Him know the how we love the club, how we love play football. Like the way he improves players. Like the man win the league and the Champions League with Jordan Henderson and James Milner and them man in our midfield. And it's like people don't recognize what this man do. The man take a 18-year-old Trent Alexander-Arnold from academy and the man turn the man into one of the best players in the world. Like it is no joke what this man has come in here and do. The man cause we for just be back on the map again after 30 years in the wilderness of not winning this Premier League. Jurgen Klopp was the man who came here and make me see. Because me never born the last time Liverpool win the league. I did not see it. But I saw the Premier League lift because of Jurgen Klopp. Like, I'm still lifting off Champions League. And sure, when Jurgen Klopp come and win it, I will be Tottenham. Tottenham was no big side and whatever in our finals. But the man still win the Champions League. And we had to go through a lot of other teams to get to the final. And Jurgen Klopp, the heavy metal football,
Yeah.
will always be remembered for Liverpool. Remember Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino and Salah link up. The Kuti, like it was just amazing the way how we used to play football. And I never forget. You know this you're a Manchester United fan,
Yes,
but
indeed.
my manager
Yeah,
make
man.
me see. Me I give Manchester United 7 love boss. That will never ever. My greatest rival
Don't worry
pick
yourself,
up
man.
7-0 under my manager boss. I may have to big up Jurgen Klopp to the fullest. And now Arsenal fans finally I see what it's like to compete with the great Manchester City and getting 2 points and 1 point behind the boss. This has been done. We did it 2 years back to back. But the difference is Jurgen Klopp win 1 point and 1 point twice, and he actually went over the line by doing it. So him challenged Pep 3 times, and him actually get to over the line. And the last thing, like again, another thing that I have seen Jurgen Klopp do, me see my coach make Allison score a winning goal for Liverpool. My goalkeeper come from the back and score a magical bullet header to get us Champions League football in the depths against West Brom. And boss, the memories where that man give me and give the Liverpool fans will never go unnoticed, brother. So and people from Dortmund can say the same thing with him do for Dortmund and even mine. Because him give mine's promotion as well and he was a player coach there and all that stuff. So
True.
big up Jurgen Klopp. What good, I don't think I will ever, like me say, I go on a sabbatical next week or next season. So I
Also,
don't
hold
know
on.
when I go start out.
So you're not hold on. Yes, so you're not giving this new coach, I mean, a fair shot. I mean, he can come and do better than Klopp, you know. Don't
I
underestimate
do
it.
him Duckland, him have to come and prove me wrong. Me no bite.
All
Me no
right,
bite.
sir.
Me sorry.
Well,
Jurgen Klopp and what
we will
the
see.
man literally say. The man literally say him just like he's been in football all his life. Him play, then him left from playing to a player coach with mind, and it's just football, and him literally just can't take it no more. Him run out of energy, and me understand it as a man. The man want to spend some time with his wife and him family, and make take some time off from football. And I'm gonna big him up
Yeah.
and respect what he did for Liverpool. So yeah, man, my farewell speech that.
Okay, my boss. Boy, I don't know therefore how you
Yeah.
fake fame eulogy when that time. Job well done. Job well done. All
Yeah,
right.
big up.
All right. Big up yourself, man. So that was the great Demo, highlighting the achievements of Klopp, and the way he transformed. You could say he transformed Liverpool. He kind of converted them from meandering, somewhere to a team that, at one point, probably not right now, but at one point was really, really feared, for their pressing, when you hear say I got Anfield, you kind of said, "Well, I can't manage this game today." Yeah, I'm not. I am sad to see him leave from the perspective of just the how the profile that he brings to the EPL. I can't say I'm sad to see him leave from a Manchester United perspective because the when the less we have is the better we shine. The less competition we have, the better it is for us to win something. Maybe not better overall. Maybe not overall. They'll laugh off of me, but yeah, Klopp was that thorn in the flesh. Yeah, some people join. Big up Jason Guna TV. So bless up ball heads. Let me see. Dima finally get yeah man, him finally get it the boss. Man, I'll get poem from a Manchester United supporter. You know, these are the shocking things that can happen on BallHeadzTv. I tell you, shocking indeed. Yeah.
I like the way Demo put it, because the, he said some things that gave me, an Arsenal fan, some hope, because Arteta has been in the job, and he has 2 seasons now. He has run second behind Man City. So hopefully on the third time around, we can go across the line just as Klopp did in his tenure. So thanks for that, Demo.
You know what? Can we talk about that a little bit? Arsenal. Let's talk about wait. All right, no. Before we even touch Arsenal, what do you think will be the immediate future for Liverpool in wake of Klopp's departure? Do you see a slump much in the same way as when Sir Alex left Manu, or do you see them continuing to compete at a very high level? Check if you can hear me. Well, let me give my personal views in the meantime. Dale is sorting out his audio issues. Um, I am expecting uh, a slump. Yeah, and I think you see that with when managers transcend the football on the pitch. You know, you hear how emotional Demo. He's like there's an emotional attachment, and you know, Demo is not alone in this. There is a big emotional attachment to Klopp. Klopp is almost worshipped at Anfield, you know, as this man that has brought them great success. And he had his certain style. I don't know if he was a better man manager or a tactician. I think he was equally good. But I appreciate his man management skills. He had that way about him that you know he could tell a player something bad and them take it with a smile. I don't know. And the way he spoke to the media, you know, you can always it. He made even the harsh things seem light, you know, and I believe he took that into the dressing room with him. And I don't think that's very easy to replace. Not a lot of coaches can do something like that. Yes, dear. Are you back?
You hearing me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, man. The question you asked, what was you
Yeah,
asked
man.
if we might say a lull?
Yeah, is there gonna be a dip in form for Liverpool, or you're gonna see them still competing at a high level? What are you anticipating?
Well, I don't think it's a secret. I'm not a big fan of Dutch coaches.
Mm,
I'm not a big fan of the Dutch
touche.
league in itself. I'm not a big fan of the Eredivisie.
Okay.
Um, Certainly, and when I say not a big fan, I mean there are many quality players that come out of the Eredivisie, um, but they are big on youth. They're
Yeah.
very big on youth prospects. You understand me? Finding the diamonds in the rough. However, there are not much coaches that I've seen over the years from the Dutch who have made a transition to be, you know, superstar coaches at different at other level or outside of the Eredivisie. You know what I mean? And so you know, I'm not a big fan of them at all. And I think that the transition from youth to men, you know what I mean? Look at remember, you know, Manchester City, Manchester United coach is a Dutch coach. And I think he has challenges when it comes on to youth and you know, and not just youth, but men making that transition. He's used to the harsh discipline, you know, the way he disciplined the
Mm,
youths
yeah.
in
Yeah.
that system, and he came to, and I think that's one of the problems that he's having at Manchester City, Manchester United. You understand me? That hard nose, you know, way of dealing with boys. You don't deal with men like you don't deal with men like or you deal with boys. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And I think we see it with him and Sancho and other players.
Right.
Um, so I don't see a lot of youths at Liverpool at this point making the breakthrough. I wouldn't call Liverpool a youthful team. I would call Liverpool a team that has made that transition from youth and they're in their peak,
True.
their
I
prime.
agree with that. I agree
You know
with
what I
that.
mean? So I don't know. It's to be seen, but I'm not a big fan of Dutch coach. You know what I mean? And I would definitely give him you know the opportunity and give him some time to see what you know he has to offer. But you know when you come to these big clubs, you know these big clubs expect you to hit the ground running, especially
All right.
you're coming from Feyenoord where you lift a title. You know what I mean? So you know there's not much for you, not much wetting of feet, you know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're coming to
You
a championship team, a team that is used to winning, and you're a winning coach.
Yep.
So you have to be able to make that transition very swiftly. And so that might, because what I heard the Manchester United coach said, and I read into it, that he was surprised at which, how Manchester United wanted the progression. What I mean, is like he's saying that, what I mean, the expectations are too great and they need to be tapered. What I mean?
Yeah.
But you have to understand that when there's a culture of winning here, these people don't take lightly to you just come in here and walk. They like people running.
Yeah.
Chelsea with Pochettino. I think that's a different case, though. I think the Chelsea management have no clue what they are doing. They don't have a clue what them are doing. They're just jumping from coach to coach to coach to coach to
All right.
coach, and
You
and
know,
and and I, and
yeah.
I, I I don't think that will work out for them.
Yeah, let's just dive into that since we touched on that issue. Let's just talk about that Pochettino. Um, I my views. Um, asked me, I don't know, 5 weeks ago if they should sack him. I'll probably say yeah. But after that, I have seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of progress in the team in the last couple of weeks. You know, Chelsea to me have been suffering from not the coach per se, but management decisions. They have taken on this strategy of it's almost like them just going around supermarket and them just take up some stuff, them just take up some baller and them just to try fit them together after buying them. You buy the parts, you're just going around part shop, buy some parts and say, I'm going to build a car out of these parts. You're going to struggle. And I think that's what happened because the owners, I don't think understand football too much. They're kind of like the Man U Americanized, concept of football. Just get the most expensive player. Get the players that are in the headline. Get the players that everybody's talking about, and they are the best players.
I
It takes
think
the team.
when I look at Chelsea over the years, I realized that something was wrong at Chelsea when I can't remember the coach name, when they fired the coach, and the interim coach that was standing in actually won the Champions League, and they fired him. They fired him same way, even though he won the Champions League. And I was like, what are they
Tuchel.
looking for?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
Tuchel.
Tuchel, yes, but
Yeah.
not only that. But not only that. I remember Mourinho saying that he remember when he wanted to purchase Drogba, and when he told the president that this is the player that he wants, the president was saying to him, "Who's this player? I don't know him."
So
And he said and Mourinho, Mourinho is very brash. he said he turned to the manager,
yeah.
the owner, and said to him, say, "Sir, just buy the player.
You don't have to know the player, man. You trust the
Just buy the
coach.
player and don't talk. Let me do all of this."
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that is one of the issue at Chelsea. I think when you look and see what's happening, all these purchase and all these buying and all them things, I don't think it's the coach doing all of that. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the coach doing all of that. And I think it's creating a conflict between the coach and management. And when you see coaches step away, because the news actually said that Pochettino stepped away. What I mean? It was a
Mutual. Mutual.
mutual agreement. You
But
understand
that
me? So
that they tend to do that some of the time when they're trying to save face. But I mean, it was a
yeah,
sack.
but
I don't think that Patch went to them and say I'm leaving, and
yeah,
then the club say okay. I think the club say hey, we think you have to leave,
I think
and
it's
then
going to come to a screeching halt. where Chelsea can't find a good coach.
Yeah, my
It's going to
view is
come
that
to that. It
a
is
bad
going to
decision.
come to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
bad decision. Especially in this coach market right now, that is not the
Mm-hmm.
best. You don't have a lot of coaches out there at the
Mm-hmm.
top of their game that you would say like a high profile ready made coach for a big club, the likes of Chelsea. And with the amount of players that these people have, it's going to be a nightmare to try to sort it out. And it was coming together, and then them mashed up again. So we don't mind it from a Man United or perspective. I'm loving this, but I
And
think that's a bad decision
I think
because
with
because
mm-hmm.
because I saw the progress.
Yeah,
Ten Hag, I not seen the progress, so my views on Ten Hag is different. I
you
just want to
know,
say,
you know. Last week um we spoke about City becoming a very
um,
dominant team.
the juggernaut.
Yeah, in English Premier League, something like what we're seeing in League One. I think with
Yeah.
I think with what is happening now with the coaches, with Clough gone, Pochettino gone, you know what I mean? Which when you look at it, these were some of the people who were keeping City honest, You know what I mean? These
Mm-hmm.
are some of the minds who were battling with the city coach, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My personal view, is that Chelsea, the trajectory I saw Chelsea on, you are going to see a
Let's
very dangerous. Oh,
yeah,
you're hearing
with
me?
yeah, here you know.
Okay. Yeah, you are
I'm
on
saying
fire.
with less coaches,
Mm-hmm.
cerebral coaches. You know what I mean? this might be a cakewalk for Man City.
It could be. It's not
You
good.
know what I
We
mean?
stop believing and now Chelsea is,
Mhm.
is once again plunged into turmoil. I think they could
Yeah.
surprise me and pull something out of a hat. You never know. You might see Klopp at Chelsea. I don't, you don't know. But I mean, who is going to replace? Who you think could replace Pochettino at Chelsea now? You have any ideas or thoughts on that? Or we have to just wait and see?
I think Ibrahimovic needs to try an English coach. Try an English
Oh,
coach now.
it's not Abramovich anymore. No, it's Todd Bowley.
Right, Todd Bowley. Try an English coach now, man.
Try an English coach. Was it
Yeah.
Big Sam?
You know what I mean? Try an
Big
English
Sam.
coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Brendan Rodgers? Is Brendan Rodgers in the championship now?
Big
Hmm.
Sam.
No, not Big Sam, man. Brendan Rodgers. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Brendan Rodgers. Oh, and where's Big Sam also?
Big
I
Sam
don't,
still coaching?
I don't
Big
know.
Sam not in the retirement no man. Big Sam is
Oh, he
not a
did?
I don't know. Big Sam has been around for ages, so I don't know. But let us see. I don't hear
Mm,
any names being thrown out per se yet.
mhm. Where's the Bayern Munich coach going?
We don't know.
That's
He was
what.
at Chelsea, remember?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the one that left, and went to Bayern from Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think he's coming back. That would be shocking. But you never know. You never know.
Mm.
But we'll
We've
see it unfold
yeah,
before.
we've seen a lot of coaches eat them own vomit.
Yeah.
So
That might not be a bad shout. That might actually not be a bad shout. That would be a good move on Chelsea's part if Tuchel goes back. I don't think it will be so bad. But if they get like an inexperienced coach, then it could spell disaster. So we will see.
but um if you cannot give a coach the assurance that they will have even 2 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
To come and see and try and then say, okay, I've seen where we can, next season we're going to make a run at it because, I've seen this and I've seen that. They're not giving the coaches enough time.
No.
Not giving them, and
Yeah.
I think what they're trying, I think Chelsea wants to buy the league. It appears that's what they want to do. Buy the trophy.
Yeah. Well, that's the modus operandi of Todd Bowley. We have seen it in the players, and now we have seen it in the coaches as well. So it's nothing strange. So he wants to build something beautiful out of chaos. So we will see, as I say. Jason Guna said, give him some proper defenders, and he would have them dangerous next season. Any blind person could see that.
Of
Yes,
course.
I agree 100%. Even the Jackson, what the people them a cuss,
Hmm.
given what he's been doing and Madueke and all these people, and they're bringing in some ammunition, some young ammunition. They're buying. They're all Chelsea's all over the world buying the stars. Even Whisper
As
is in that batch of the wonder kids that Chelsea has gone out to buy from all over
as
the world.
as Jason is saying, as Jason Saguna is saying, they are majoring in minor.
Hmm.
Chelsea's not lack of attack. Chelsea's they're lacking in the defensive, the offensive part of the game. That is, and as
Hmm.
him say, even a blind man can see it.
Yeah,
You
man.
can't look how much goal Chelsea score, but look
Hmm.
how much goal score against them concede.
Yeah. So to me, a one and two, not in the forward line. I think the forward line is good. I
Yeah,
think the forward line is
the
good.
bench, the
Forward, they
bench
should be
is
selling
good.
players.
Yeah, I just can't see why Chelsea is languishing at 6 and 7. I can't see it, but
Mm.
not say I can't see it. It is not for it's not for the want of goals or the want of strikers, but it is for the want of
Check, check, check. Okay, deal is off. Yeah, man. So, okay, go ahead. You were
Mhm,
saying something.
mhm.
Okay. So that is it for Chelsea. Um, we can, well, depending on what the next move is, we could see them continue on that trajectory or severely fall off into chaos. That is how I am seeing it right now.
Yeah. I think Chelsea and Liverpool is going to have a torrid time next season. You know what I mean? When you look at when you if teams like Aston Villa and and is it yeah, Aston Villa going to give them a hard time next season. I wouldn't be surprised to see Liverpool struggling to make top four and Chelsea continuing on the path if they don't make the moves to fortify the back the back three that they have. They need some experience in the back,
Yeah, man, for real.
some world class experience in the back. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Liverpool struggle a bit, even in the first part of the season. You know what I mean? And given the way City and Arsenal are built, there's no room for struggling. There's no room for
okay.
struggling at all.
Yeah, Jason Guna is. I don't know if he's on to something here. He says apparently they want a younger manager. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know.
younger manager.
Yeah, just going
What,
through the
what,
chat a little bit. I don't know.
what, what, what you mean, Jason? Younger in terms of
Not an old,
younger,
old.
younger in terms of age, or younger in terms of experience? Because Pochettino is anything but young. You know what I
Anything but
mean?
old, you mean?
Anything but old. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
Pochettino
I
is a
mean?
young manager.
He's
Pochettino
a
is about
young manager with
50.
age
young
age,
50s, mid 50s.
experience.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
You know, this is a man who coach at the highest
yeah.
levels there are. You know what I mean? And he's not by any means an old man. So what? I don't know how younger could they could what they want, a baby.
When I say any younger and him coming into the club in the diapers.
No, any young. You see, listen. Sometimes you have to understand, that you have to be able to balance the
Yeah,
age gap with the players. You can't have a coach too young, because a coach that is too young will not garner the respect from the players.
yeah,
You understand me? I remember Patrick Kluivert when he was at Ajax, and I remember two things that he said. One was that when he was going to school at 16, he had to stop going to school because his his principal, or
yeah.
his, what they call him in England, they call them something another.
The
It's not principal,
headmaster.
headmaster. His
Mm-hmm.
headmaster at school, he was making more money than his headmaster. So one day
Yeah.
him and him headmaster have a conversation, and he didn't really want to hear anything from him. Because I say, me I make 10 times what you make at school. You understand me? And
Yeah.
and you might say, boy, yeah, but these players are professionals, so they should know how to behave. And no. You have to give them that latitude. You
Yeah.
understand me? Young people will behave like young people, and they
Yes,
need to be
indeed.
reined in by somebody with experience, somebody who demands certain things from them and things. So you have to be careful of how you balance age and youth. You know what I mean? In when dealing with managing other people.
Yeah. Let me get some of the comments that are coming in. I want to big up the people who have joined as well. See Samuel's unscripted sending a smile emoji. Dima
What
chiming in Tuklan. How you don't see the progress and Arsenal fans see progress? Ten Hag finished third, won a cup, and in another final. That's one more than Arsenal's coach. I agree. I agree. But I agree that that was done, but I still don't see the progress. I still don't see the progress. If all right, let me make my position very clear. If tomorrow the club comes out and say we are not letting him go, I'm going to get behind the club's position, and I'm going to say, all right, let's see. I will accept him as the coach for next season. But personally, I have not seen the progress that I am expecting. We have the performance on the field to me at times have been shocking, and I have not seen him do much about it. So, that is just my personal opinion. My mind is kind of made up. If they let Ten Hag go right now, I wouldn't cry over it at all.
Ten Hag finished third in what?
What do you mean?
Huh?
Yeah, we were third. We were third. The first season he came.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
So far back with God. Come here, wonder
No,
which
it's not that
turn
far.
now.
Not far.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Ten Hag has gotten some success. Don't get me
Mm.
wrong.
But
But
he has regressed.
yeah, some things that are the records that I'm seeing, yes, the injury concern. You know what? Let's just see, yeah, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I'm
to
not
be
sold, I'm not
to be
sold on Ten Hag, and I don't want to talk much about Ten Hag today, to be
all right. Let me talk about it then. To be fearful, Dio. You're not fearful, but to be fair. To be fair, we
yeah,
have to call it what it is. Ten Hag did not have a the injury bug lived at Man City, at Manchester United.
yeah, I understand that there, but you have to go back to my personal belief is that some of these injury concerns are being
Okay,
caused by
I'm not. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but we just have to call it as it is. You know what I mean? He did not have a fair goal. You understand? Because most of his players were injured.
Well, let me ask you this. But then why
Most
would
of
I
the
even
players have been injured.
I can't answer this because I was gonna ask you if you were in charge of Manu if you would keep Ten Hag, but I can't ask you that. I can't trust the response. You might you probably will tell me, yeah man. So no, never mind my boss. Moving on. Jason Guna says and many young players to continue the trajectory. Yeah, totally different. But I know you are a results based fan. Yes, so I understand your lack of vision with the results. Yes, man. And it's not just the results, to be honest. It's a lot of stuff, man, on and off the field. They have done it in years past, but I can't work no. But it can't work now when Mourinho was there the first time. I don't understand. I'm not sure I understand that comment. Not sure. Not sure.
But Duke, you know
Okay.
what?
Okay.
As a Manchester United fan, one of the places I've not seen you put blame is at the administration foot. Because had they treated and dealt with certain issues, maybe you guys would have probably had a different season. One of the brightest player would have probably be included in the team, and it might have had a different have different fortune. You understand me? So Ten Hag can be absorbing all the blame. What about the administration?
Yeah, I mean,
They
that's
made some
how
they made some blunders.
there'll be time to talk about Ten Hag, because his day is coming,
Hmm.
The FA Cup is weekend, so we
Oh
will
yes.
we will know what will happen. I will be talking about Ten Hag,
Boy, I'm
even before, but not now, man.
yeah. I,
Trust
I
me.
I'll be supporting Ten Hag, not Manchester United, but Ten Hag
Okay.
all the
Don't
way.
be surprised. I think we're going to give a good account of ourselves. I believe that, and I believe Ten Hag, at least for the last match, coupled with the support with the players, because the players must have that pride. They have literally put all on the line and say we're going for this. So yeah, we're gonna give a good shot. I'm not
You know what?
surprised that their young manager statement doesn't make sense. Not much they have done or said that has made much sense. Okay, so that is the rhetoric coming out at Chelsea. Um,
Mm.
not making much sense to persons who understand the game of football. Yeah.
I think Duke. Certainly, I think Manchester United will give a good account of themselves,
Hmm.
and we might see the inclusion of some players who were injured, who might have been held back for this match, and we might even see a
Yeah.
lull in city because of the what I mean the extravagance as it pertains to celebration and all of that, and
Mm.
so
Well,
this might just go well for Manu.
I'm not expecting a lull in Manchester City's performance. To be honest, I think I would have if there was going to be a lull, the FA Cup would have to be before the EPL finals. You understand where they say, all right, we can't devote so much attention to the FA Cup, so we'll have to pull some players and save them. But after the cup, I think they're coming full strength. They want it, and they're gonna try their best to get it. Yes, we have some players coming back from injury, so that's a positive for us. So we will see. All
I
right.
think I
So
think I think I think if anybody want it and need it more is Manchester United and Ten Hag. So
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
I'm supporting.
Hmm. All right. Thank you for your support, sir.
Yes,
So
sir. One ballad to the other ballad. I hope one day you can find it in your heart. Even I remember sir, your shirt ready now. So it's not far fetched, no, brother.
Yeah,
Can't say, yeah,
and you
Arsenal.
I mean, of course, without a
We're not.
doubt. If Arsenal and City are in the finals next time, me want Arsenal win this time, but just for people to be
We're
excited.
not
Because I'm not really excited about Man City winning something, you know.
no.
So just for the excitement, make Arsenal win it. Because people were talking more about Arsenal than Man City.
Listen, the president of the FA didn't even go and watch Man City.
What you say? Not even
the
the FA
pres-
president to watch it.
Not even the FA president. Man, go watch Arsenal match, brother.
No, sir. No, sir.
the
Yeah, laugh.
idea of going to watch Man City, I imagine, was so monotonous to
Yeah,
the FA
yeah, yeah,
president. He went to watch some real football.
yeah. Man.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's it for EPL, man.
Yeah, because we have some more stuff to talk about EPL, but let's save it for another day, because
Yeah.
we haven't talked about um the pending charges.
Yes. Let
Yeah.
let you want to glance over it before we
All right.
move on.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that
Um.
because that is a big thing.
Is it? I think people are treating it very light. There was a there was even rumors that the charges were dismissed.
Oh.
Yeah, there were rumors that the charges were dismissed. You know what I mean? And the people were running with that. But when people analyzed and looked, the charges weren't even brought up yet. You understand me? For them to be dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but what do you think the outcome of these 115 charges will be? What you think the final say will? What do you think the judgment will be?
Will
Is it
be.
is it going to be something like what we see happen in Syria A with Juventus? Even though the Juventus situation was a little more egregious
Mhm.
than you know what? Let me not say that. Let me hold back that because we do not know
The
the
charges.
extent of the charges.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. We don't
You know what I
know.
mean? We don't know the extent of the charges.
It's a
You know what I
hundred and
mean?
fifty of them I hear, no, brother.
115 of them, brother.
All
You
right, so
understand
we
me?
need to hear. We need to
Mm.
hear, but
But Juventus in their with the allegations that were proven,
uh
um,
and remind us what happened in Juventus again.
so there were allegations of fraud, match fixing, and and all of these things, and somehow it was proven. It was
Mm-hmm.
proven, and the result of that was that Juventus was stripped of a few titles
Stripped
and
of titles.
stripped of titles,
Sound too
dem-
bad.
demoted, demoted to I think Syria
See,
C, and
wow,
had to and had to go through 2 seasons to find himself back to Syria A.
wow.
So
And it
I
wasn't
hear
115 charges. Let's check
it
it.
was it was now 115 charges. I hear on another platform. I think it's Simon Preston from Jamaica, the JFF
Right.
media personnel, saying that he would not. And big up Simon. He would
Mm-hmm.
not. He would not take away titles from them. But what he would do is that he would flip the 115 charges and make them 115 points deducted. So he would start them next season with a minus 115 points.
Yeah, but
them,
I can't agree with that.
them not get relegated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I can't. I mean, I still can't agree with that because the offenses took place over the years, so the
Yeah.
punishment should be in the years that they were,
Mhm.
when they in the way where they occurred. We should right the wrongs that were done.
Mhm.
You know, I don't want
But
some bad mind, but fear is fear. You understand? We
fear is
can't
fear,
have
brother.
115 charges and pretend that
No,
everything.
sir.
Right.
No,
When
they're
other teams, there have been other teams that have done far less or far fewer charges. Let me put it that way, and they
Mhm.
were almost immediately punished. While City continues to tie this up in legal, documents, paperwork. You know, so we will see what will happen with this one. Anybody, what do you want to see happen to what do you think is a just punishment should City be found guilty of these charges, people?
but
Tell us what you think.
Jason is saying that he thinks the charges are concocted and what I mean it's a smear campaign and just to discredit the achievements of the Man City club. Boy,
No,
this would
no, man.
this would
That
this
can't be right.
boy, I don't know. I
No,
don't
this
know.
is not coming from the fans of the rival clubs. It's coming from the FA, isn't so? Isn't that so?
Yeah, yeah.
So the FA is not these charges. No, man. It's a
Is
real
the
thing.
yeah, is it and City this is not something that just came up yesterday. City knew they have been aware. The FA has made them aware over the seasons, that they have been breaching. And what kind of breaches they are due? They are financial breaches.
Yeah. FA, financial fair play rules
Yes.
breaches.
And
Yeah, man.
and so it's interesting times ahead. They should convene within a few months. I was based on my reading,
Yeah.
the panel, the adjudication and all of that should happen in a few months, and then we'll see what comes out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's move on a little bit. I want to touch some stuff in Jamaica, though. We have been in the EPL. Let's go to the JPL.
Demo,
Because
Demo said, give him a trophy, ban them. Somebody said to me, brother.
you want your trophy, man. Still get them a ban.
Somehow there was something that was not.
No, sir.
Yes, God has found them.
Yeah.
We're watching it. We're watching it closely. We watch. Gunners fans are watching it closely.
All
I'm
right.
sure Liverpool is watching it closely too.
Yeah. 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 We're looking at it, but not very closely. We're looking at it though, because fear is fear. Mhm.
Boy, we have a microscope on it, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, all right. Let's touch on the JPL a little bit because this
Yeah,
weekend we
I think you're
saw.
jumping over something, dude.
All right, I'm
Um,
not going in the. All right, what you want to talk about?
I think you're leaving out the under 17.
I know I get in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
get in there. I get in there. I get in there.
So
But
from EPL to JPL. All right, cool.
yeah, man. So this weekend we witnessed the big spectacle in the national stadium, the JPL finals.
It was a good look.
It was a good look. Like I was saying earlier, the stadium, the crowd looked really, really good. You know, think it was probably one of the biggest since
Since
a long
Waterhouse on it, garden. Remember we
you
were
remember that
there?
one? You
Yeah.
remember, yeah, that was
Yeah,
a big
man.
one. That was a big. That was
Stadium
a
ram.
yeah, man. I heard people on ear talking about that. I was listening to the Maverick this morning earlier, and he was like, trying to remember when he saw something like. But I was at the Waterhouse on it, and that was a big one as well, to be honest. So
Yeah, man. Big,
yeah,
big,
enter
big,
that
big,
one.
big. And history has shown anytime Waterhouse and Arnett are Tivoli and Arnett meet in our final.
Hmm.
These are the what we see. These
The
are the
crowd.
numbers we see.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but for Cavaliers and I mean Mount Pleasant to pull that crowd, I think it's a big achievement. I mean Mount Pleasant does have a crowd, but Cavalier not so much. I
No.
was commenting on a stream earlier today when Mr. Speed was on it, and I was saying, Mr. Speed, why don't you adopt Mountain View, the Mountain View area? Because Cavalier almost seems like this unwanted child. This child who just step on the road and not have no parents. You need to have a home. I
Yeah.
think they're losing out on they don't have a fan base like us in one geographic location.
Yeah.
They need to just adapt a place and say, this is where we are. And identify with that place. And the place, hopefully will identify with them and come out and support them. And I think because, the Mountain View area is where they are primarily based, they could just look at that,
Yeah.
develop that as the Cavalier fortress. So that's an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
You look into that, Mr. Speed.
That's a good
But
idea.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to do. I mean, I've listened to a few streams, and I don't want to really reiterate everything that they did. So I kind of was looking at it from a different perspective, so to speak, more of not just talking about the finals, but just talking about the competition this year as a whole. And like I said, I devised the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I have identified some stuff that
Dude,
fit those categories. Yeah.
how much people have on the stream right now?
Um, I think we have about three people on. It on and off. It fluctuates, but I see three people right now on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see, and I see 8 likes. So we have more people
Yeah.
like. So
Yeah.
that's good. But we
That's
want
good.
to see more people. We want to see more people participating in the chat. That's what we
Yeah.
crave your indulgence in. You understand? Yeah. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. So what I identified on the what you want me to do first, the good, the bad, or the ugly?
Let me take the good. Let me take the good first.
You want to start with the good?
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So I have identified in the good category sponsors. I think we have seen an increase in sponsors for this year's JPL. There was a launch, and we saw some some sponsors coming on, and more than normally. And I think we have to give um Chris Williams and Hill the credit, because they have I think they have brought on people because people trust them, and they see progress. So
Mm-hmm.
sponsors have come on, and it's a much better look. We see jerseys with sponsors, names and tags on it now, where previously that was something that was not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as I mentioned, jerseys, I think one of the positives coming out were jerseys. The jerseys are looking much better, and also the jerseys are available for sale. You understand? That was a major thing, because that has been a cry for years. Where can we get a on jersey to buy? Where can we get a Mount Pleasant jersey to buy? Well, they are now available, and they can be purchased online as well. So that's a massive achievement, for the JPL, and these are like off the field stuff. This is like literally building the league itself.
It
You
would be
understand?
interesting to speak to somebody from a sponsor to find out what it was that you know drove them to reinvest in the JPL. Was it that they saw a level of was there a level of transparency? What was it? Or what is keeping away sponsors
Mm.
from
Well,
the JPL?
I'm not a sponsor, but I believe that one of the things that they will tell you is that they will get the value for their money, because the JPL now is being broadcast, in a lot of locations, not just in Jamaica, but in the diaspora and globally.
Yeah,
So
on the
that,
YouTube space.
so there you go.
Hmm.
So sponsors love to get their name out there. That is why they sponsor it to make some returns.
Yep.
So yes, we have seen a good increase in that. So jerseys, the sponsors. I think the standard of play has improved over the last years, 5 years. I'm gonna put it. Um, I remember a few years ago there was this notion that the JPL was quote unquote a bush league where just rough tackles, almost like a wrestling match, and that was true. A lot of some tackles I saw in the JPL would never fly, anywhere else. Not even red card you get for that. You get probably charged for assault. You understand? So some crazy stuff, but the play is more cerebral, more tactical now instead of just brute force. So I like that.
Yeah, I think this season we've seen where you know Mount Pleasant, Mount Pleasant play was quite pleasant to watch. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I heard coaches,
I have my views on that. Go ahead.
yeah, I heard coaches
Check.
that
All
in
right.
yeah, Mount Pleasant. I heard Rudolph Speed commenting on that also, talking about what he Mount Pleasant, you know, or their play, it's attractive. You know what I mean? They keep the ball, possession of the ball, and all of that. And I think that's one of the things that most of the teams in Jamaica should try and improve on. I hate to watch the game and one team cannot even make 10 passes unless they're making the 10 passes. Unless it's a three man at the back making the 10 passes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Once the ball move from that to the other third of the field is like, you just lose the ball at the same time. That's not the case with Mount Pleasant. I watched them play, especially against in the semifinals, and I watched some of the games, and I was pleasantly surprised to
Okay.
see the style of play, and it came to my thought that if you're going to compete in the Caribbean Cup and compete in against the in the American space, you have to bring these kind of tactics, these kind of football flair to the game to make it more attractive and to stand a better chance. I think one of the reasons, Duke, that we've seen Jamaica play the way they play is really a result of how Jamaica play football now.
Mm.
When we look at the JPL, we see a lot of chasing and a lot of chasing and chasing and chasing, and not a lot of tactics. You
But
know what
how
I
you
mean? Ball
let me
position and all of that, and
let me
and and the same thing filter into the national team. Even though
um,
we're using players that are from England. I just
there
don't
you
know
go.
how it
So
happened.
there you go. Because
I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
I can tell you
You
because it's the
understand me?
coach. It's the
Yeah,
coaching. That
yeah.
is how it.
So I think what I saw from Mount Pleasant was a different brand of football, something that we can adapt. And I don't know if it's because of the thing that they have down there. They have an academy, right? Mount Pleasant has an academy, and
Mm-hmm.
so you could see some of the academy players and what they have been doing in the academy somehow. It came out. Even though they lost the game, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I watched the game, even though they lost the game, the attractive part of the game was from Mount Pleasant. I enjoyed watching the ball move from place to place and move around and all of that. And not even so much the goals, but to see that, I was like, yeah, I like that. It was not a sore eye to
Generally,
me.
I think generally the players improved for all the teams. I mean, I have my personal view. I don't think Mount Pleasant is even the best playing team. I think they're the team with the best, with the most talent, but I don't think they're the best football playing team. But they're up there for sure. They're up there.
Boy, I differ so much because
You sure you want to disagree with that?
yeah, man, I disagree.
So
Listen, let me
you're
tell you
saying that
something.
you're saying that Mount Pleasant is the
Listen,
best playing football.
the little that I've seen of them, brother, I tip my hat to them. They're the coaching staff or the management. You know what I mean? They are doing something. They lost the game, brother. And they lost the game on what? Penalties?
Yeah.
I think it was penalties.
Mhm.
There's nothing to cry about. You understand me? But what I took
No,
from
for
it,
sure, for sure. No, no, nothing.
what I definitely took from it was the play, the flow of the game, and all of that. And I really enjoyed that. I watched Arnett Garden play. I watched Waterhouse play. Brother, I swear I when I watch them games, brother. Ball is a bounce, man, a control ball and the ball a bounce from here, so go on over this. So I said to myself, so, come on,
Well,
man.
I have my may
Off
have
this.
different views. May have different views because
So
if I were to rank this season that is now the teams in terms of the attractive football, let me see. I would probably have to go Mobile United first, Cavaliers second, Arnett Garden third, Mount Pleasant fourth. That is how I would rank it now. Yeah. Even Lime Hall up there too, because I actually like how Lime Hall put the ball together. But Mount Pleasant would not be in the top three. They would be about number four
who they
for
got
me.
to how they
In
got
terms
to
of
the final?
football.
How they got to the final? By luck?
By scoring goals.
Okay.
And not
And
and
how they scored goals?
no, we're talking about two different things, Because we can't you just say we don't talk about goal scoring. They
No,
got
but the player will produce results, you. The player will produce results. You
we
know,
we
it's not
we're not going to agree on this, But you have your views and me have mine.
I understand that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But the man that went up against them in the final,
yeah.
go back and
And
watch
people in the chat,
is
you can give me, yeah,
if you watch
demonstrate
it,
what you
yeah, watch it if you watch
top,
his
top three balling. Yeah,
the pre-game interview, you heard Rudolph Speeds alluded to it that Mount Pleasant is a team that plays possessional football. And you know what I
yeah.
mean, you have to just you have to find other ways of getting to them, and that is something that Jamaica is lacking. That is
I'm not,
something Jamaica is lacking so much.
we're not disagreeing with anything like that.
Yes, man.
But I don't think they're the best at doing it. That is the point of contention. They do it, but they're not the best at doing it that I have seen this year.
Okay.
Yeah. And people in the chat, you can chime in. If you just rank from, the top three footballing playing teams in the JPL this season. I would I'm very interested to hear your views, on that. Um, Jason Guna, has there been any discussion about the Church League Cup? Yes, but of course, how could we leave out the champions? And there'll be more to come, There'll be more to come. Just look out, you know, stick and stay on this space. Just continue to watch this space. More cups coming. This is not even the first cup. All right, so more to be said on that.
Brother, you should have showed the money man, me a stitch all a penalty, brother.
Hey, yeah, all the video.
Big penalty.
Not the video now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me run through the rest of the good. Let me finish the good. The crowd support. What is there to be said that has not yet already been said? It was a massive crowd support, and we like to see that. We want to see that more at the other games, but we have seen it in the semis coming up and leading into the finals. So kudos. That's a big plus for the JPL. Something that has not Another thing that has not been highlighted or said is the JPL app. The Jamaica Premier League launched an app for your phone so you can follow the scores, and it kind of went under the radar. But it was always a challenge to get updates, on the scores, who scored, the runner play. If you're not watching it, you couldn't get updated. But so this is a wonderful thing. Jason Guna is asking, best passing team is the question. Yeah, play the best, most attractive football, Jason. Most attractive football in your opinion this year, this season. I wish I could see more yes, Mobile United games. I tell you. But the games I watched from Montego Bay United were slick. They were looking like they were looking good. The same Mobile United who were Cavalier and gave them a football lesson the last match they played. May I tell you the truth? When I saw it, I was like, wow. It's a pity. If this team, my view, if this Montego Bay team made it into the top six, they would have probably made it to the finals. Because they were looking really sharp. But we will see what next year has in store. All right, stepping over into the bad now for the JPL.
Jason said something about, Jason alluded to, I don't know why in interject
This one?
Tapa name in a brother. Like
Oh,
him a try,
Tapa is
try to
Tapa
draw
is
we out in a brother.
it's the man. Yeah, he might try to draw me out now.
No, but what you think about Tapa?
All right, geez,
Yeah,
geez,
I have to say something
All
about Tapa. Well, I have to say
right.
who was the top coach in the
Can
Premier
I
League, by the way? Because
can I say
who
something
was
about
the
Mr. Speed
outstanding
first?
coach?
Let me say something
Yeah.
about Mr.
And who
I
was the worst coach? Who you think was the worst coach?
Ooh, that will take some more analysis. I can't answer that right now. As to the worst coach, I don't know. I don't know who was the worst coach.
All right, so
Worst coach
give me
team.
give
The
me
worst coach team, I think, was probably Lime Hall because they had so many things going on, and I heard rumors that people got training with Hennessy Bottle and all of them something. So that does sound like a very that sounded like a poorly coached team in my estimation. But I don't
mm,
know the inside and outside of what was taking place in every single team to be on to give a very well informed opinion, without further research. But
sometimes though, Duke, I think we
mhm,
we misunderstand the coach's job. You know what I mean? And
okay.
yeah, when the coach's job is to coach players. You understand me? And that's what, and there's a distinction between managers and coaches, right?
Yeah.
There are some managers who are good coaches.
Hmm.
But even in world football, we have a lot of managers and not necessarily coach, but they are good man managers.
Yeah, man, I understand that.
You understand me? I think sometimes when you have breakdown at clubs, and as you allude to people that come there, with certain behaviors, the coach, it's not the coach's job to deal with those things. That's too much for the coach. That's for
Hmm.
the administration to deal with. You understand me?
Yes,
When the
indeed.
coach have to deal with those other factors, then it make the coach job impossible.
Yeah, man, me agree with that. I
You
can't
know?
disagree with that. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, remember that these teams, a lot of these teams, especially the ones that are recently promoted, they don't have like a mature structure, so to speak. So you might find that one man have to do like 3-man job and that type of thing. So over time, if they persist, they will get better and better. So I don't really want to judge them as to who is the worst coach now or who is the worst manager now. But I think the best tactician we have seen in the league now is Mr. Speed, Mr. Rudolph Speed. And it has been showing on the field. I think he outcoached Tapa, and I think he outcoached Xavier Gilbert as well to get to the finals. You want to hear my views on Tapa? All right, let me give my views on Tapa. And this is coming from even him coaching the Reggae Boys. I think Tapa has a perennial problem. He has a knack for not knowing his best team, his best 11. Um, and it persists. Again, he is all over the place with his team selection. We see some talented people that were on the bench, them not injured. And we're like, why are these players not on the field? We have national players for other countries. Hey, Mount Pleasant has an embarrassment of riches in terms of players, in the JPL context. I liken it to, Tapa has like a Lamborghini and I take it a run taxi. You understand? That is what the man I do. And I put some 87 gas in the taxi. In the Lamborghini. I don't think that I don't think them believe Tapa they do. You understand what I say? So, and that is evident in him just chopping and changing and don't know who to pick. Him just a put on people because his mind says so. That means see no tactic. I can't follow the logic of Tapa. So I think he was
So you
to
think
reach
Tapa,
this far.
you think Tapa makes all the decisions by himself, or does he have a structure, a team
No, he
that he works with?
has a team. Tapa has a team. Tapa has
Hmm.
Warren Barrett as an assistant down there,
Yeah.
and that JC coach, Ferguson as well. Those are the three I see on the sidelines making the decisions. But the DNA that I see running through Mount Pleasant is the same one I see that was running through the Reggae Boys. So Tapa's presence is seen. So Tapa is the man down there.
But is it bad or is it good? Is it bad or is it good?
I think Tapa is the coach. Like I say, he has every coach has their deficiencies, but I think this one is the big one for Tapa. He chop and change too much, so that led to his demise. You know, yes, Tapa. We will say Tapa is the winningest coach for Jamaica, so far. But if you look at the record of who he has played, you realize that the teams that he has played, Jamaica should be beating these teams irrespective of who is the coach. You understand? And I think the same thing is persisting. Mount Pleasant has so many good players that is not far fetched that they will be successful with an average coach. And I
So if
think Tapa is
so
an
if
average coach.
so if Mount Pleasant has a plethora of players who are good, why does it seem so difficult for them to win with any player on the pitch?
With any player, then that
Yeah.
is it. It comes down to coaching again. You have to know who to put on when, who is on form. I see people who are out of form that are one of my favorite players, the Mario Phillips. All right, from Mount Pleasant.
Hmm.
Me literally have pictures in my phone with me and Daram Mario Phillips that tell me rate the player. You understand? Them call if people who know me on YouTube will know say or they tend to call me say me the Mario father. I'm his son that. That is how much I defend the Mario. But the truth is he's out of form right now. He didn't play in parts of the semi-final, and then in the final, Stapa threw him on out of the blue, and I'm like, why? Even me, I feel ask why.
Yeah,
You know,
but remember, remember
all
the coach sees these players in training in the Duke.
but we are seeing them playing, and we realize that they're out of form, and they're coming on the field and performing out of form.
Yeah, but the coach, what you do in training is what is going to give the coach the ammunition to know who is him can use and who him not gonna use. Which
There,
other avenue him have to
there.
make
I
that
understand
decision?
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but that is what I'm saying is the very deficiency of Tapa. He does not know when a player is in form or not. He just
Mhm.
pick a player and just put on a player. Say you go and go play something. That is how I feel he does it. I don't see the tactics. And that is just my view. Let's take some of the comments. Let's see who agree or disagree. All right. No draw out thing, but if Mount Pleasant play best brand of football to you, Tapa is the manager. Simple maths. hmm Jason Guna says Phillips started in the second leg and played well, so it wasn't so strange to start him in the final. Those are your views, not necessarily mine. I thought he played awful in the finals, to be honest. You know, yeah. So that those are my views. If you ask me if I were Mr. Gould, what I would do, I would probably be doing something similar to what Bayern is
Was
doing to
Dante Campbell.
Tuchel. I don't know if you can hear me. I would tell Tapa, say, respectfully, you have brought us this far, but we're going in another direction. You know, even though you've brought us to the finals, that is what I would have done. Tell me in the chat, people, should Tapa stay or go at Mount Pleasant? As a onlooker, you know, tell me what you think.
If you approach a thing like that, no brother, even in the EPL, no coach should have did it. Then we just not too long argue about Tenag and about Pochettino and them thing, the brother. If
Right.
if the man, if Whitmore brought the people them a title and bring them back at the finals, what more could you ask from a
No, no,
coach?
no, no, man, context matters. Context matters. Context matters.
Ah,
You don't judge the coach of Burnley the same way you judge the coach of Man City.
football's a game of results, brother.
You know how many coaches. Pochettino, for example, won the league in France, and them let him go because of how the team is playing. So it's what you do with what you have. That is it.
No, they didn't let him go because of all the team was playing. They let him go because
Um,
it was not about winning the league. It was about winning champions. That is the
that
reason why Pochettino was let go.
that is yes, that is part of it as well. That so all right. Where you think Tuchel is going? Where you think Tuchel is going
Tuchel?
from Bayern?
Um, I
They're in the
think,
Champions League finals.
yeah.
Yeah, and Bayern said no. Mark, they wanted to keep him at the last minute, but they told him to go when he was still in the Champions League final. So
I
you
think
know,
I think
at big clubs.
Bayern like Chelsea don't know where them are.
No, I don't. No. I think
Have
it's
a
more than
clue where
just.
them are.
I think it's just more than just winning. It's winning with what you have or performing. For some of the big clubs, it's not just winning, man, because you have the players, so you should be able to win. But it's how you win and how long can you sustain what you're doing if we allow you to do this. So a good thing
Duke,
me, a good thing me
Duke,
no in charge on a Mount Pleasant, because I know me that do.
Duke. If you follow the script and if you're going to look at a team to exemplify, you'd want to look at the most winningest teams in the EP in Champions League and in their
Mm.
respective leagues. When you look at Barcelona, when you look at Real Madrid, I don't think there are any teams that are more that can make the claim to fame as those teams. And
Mm-hmm.
it is a result based thing when it comes on to those teams. You
All right.
understand me? It's a
So
result. It is a Zidane cut it and win and then lose, and the people them must say, "Boy, brother, you better you move, and go on where you go, And this
nah,
man play for the same club too.
I
You
think
understand me? It is a
I think it
result
comes
based game.
this is my view. Yes, it is a results based game,
You
but
can't use media.
hold on,
Uh,
man.
yeah,
Hold on. But in some teams, it's not a matter of only the result. It's how you how you get to the result too. When you reach a certain level, or when you're in charge of some teams, it's not about just me get the result, but me scrape through. No, you have a higher standard at some clubs. You understand? So you will get fired even if you win at some clubs.
Jason, Jason, I feel like I'm trying to see. I'd like to hear you justify. You know what I mean? The dislike or the discord where you have for Tapper, because it seems very palpable. Seriously, yeah, man. People, I see people are beat Tapper. I like me. I said to myself, say, wanna beat Tapper so far? You know what I mean? Wanna beat him so far? Una beat up on one and one, and una say, boy, when you look on it really and truly, Tapa get the best results out of Jamaica. Wanna beat Tapa so far? Our own, Tapa, our own, brother.
No, let us not
You
make this
understand me?
about.
And I'm
Let
no,
me
and I'm
I have to say something.
let me just say
All
this.
right.
We have
Yeah.
to keep. We have, understand you talk about context and you talk about this and you talk about that. But even in that,
Yeah. Mount Pleasant. May I talk about no top up for Mount Pleasant?
when we're young,
All right, we're losing Dale's audio some of the time there. Let me read some of the chat in the meantime. PTSD for selections during the World Cup. Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same thing I see happening in Mount Pleasant. I think Mount Pleasant, given the quality and the resources they have at their disposal right now, should be running away with the league.
mic check.
Yeah, should be running away with the league, but
Yeah,
they
can
are
you hear me?
scraping through. Yeah, I hear you now.
Mm. So I said to myself, say, boy, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think the beating unfair, brother.
Well, let me ask you. I asked you
Yeah.
this before. I
The,
asked you this before.
well,
I
I
don't
know
know.
the constant berating of a person, that don't help them, brother. And as me say, me I look for me more to see the man them put up them argument and say this is the reason why Tapa deserve beaten. More enough to justify it.
So
You
you want more
understand me?
justification than what me give more? All right. If you don't have any other justification, or if you don't agree with what me I say, I don't comment in the chat. But my view, and I will just summarize it. Given the talent that Mount Pleasant has, given the resources that Mount Pleasant has, I think Tapa is underperforming. Still, even though he made it to the finals.
So all right. So the only place you can go from making it to the final is winning the final. You
Yeah.
don't know where else to go in, brother. So last year him win the title. This
Yeah.
year, him fall short of the title.
Yeah.
And at that will not beat the man so bad for brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on that joker.
Yeah, man.
Hold on that joker, brother.
Yeah, man. Because to me, the brand of football is below par. You don't judge him based on what I don't judge him but what him do. Me are based on what he should have done given what he has. If you understand what me I try to say, that is my view.
Jason just said something a while ago. Jason said, let's remove Tapa, the baller, from Tapa, the manager. Jason, let me
True.
say this. If you're going to do that, because a person's experience is a part of them whole package. Also, their lack of experience speaks to their deficiencies. Tapa was given the position and Tapa was thrown a bone to become a coach at the point when Jamaica was in crisis. Jamaica couldn't find a coach. Jamaica never have no money for being a coach. Right? Tapa did not come up through the ranks like a Jerome Waite and like the other men. Tapa never even coached schoolboy football when he got the national team. You understand me? So Duke always talk about context. Take all of them things in a context now, brother. Don't take them things in a context too. You understand me? And then now use that now and judge a man.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to believe it because we will not finish this topic either because there's so many things to be said about this.
All right, we could
But
move on.
my
Me not,
my
me not,
views
me
are.
not beat top of the way on the beat it, brother.
I rate top of the footballer, best midfielder.
Me not beat top of the
The
way on the
coach,
beat it, brother.
top of the coach, meh. You know, meh. Yeah, that's how I would put.
Get up some indulgence, man. Oh my God. I crave your indulgence, Jason, as it
I
pertains to
remain,
Tapa.
I remain unconvinced. I can't point to a player that may say, boy, top of improve a player. Me not see it. I've not seen that.
How long
If
has Tapa
anybody
been a
identify
coach? How long is Tapa coaching career been?
10 years now, maybe. Been a while now. 10 years, maybe even a little bit more than that now.
10 years?
It's a long time to be coaching. Yeah, man. Tapa has been around for a while now. So, yeah. Let's take another comment. Demo says Tapa can stay. He won last season, won the league format this season, made it to the final. Yeah. Still with all of that, me just get the feeling say another coach would probably do the same thing and more. Me just feel so.
Listen to Demo.
I've been coaching for 18 years.
You go back and read what Demo say. Go back and read what Demo say.
You want to read it again?
Yeah, man. We never hear it because me the cut out.
All right. Tapa can stay. He won last. Oh, Tapa can say, not stay. Tapa can say he won last season, won the league format this season. Well, yeah, made it to the final again, and didn't lose in open play.
Demo, what the man them beat the man for, brother?
Let me ask you a question, then, Dale. Let me ask you a question. Just answer me this point blank. Who is a better coach? Tapa Whitmore or Jerome Waite?
Jerome Waite by far.
All right. Well, we're not go no further. We not think we have to go into the details.
Yeah, man,
then.
but me just not. Regardless, me saying that.
Okay.
As I said, the game is a result game, brother. Tapa, I get results. Whether you like him, ugly face, or you don't like it, or him can't chat. Result, brother.
No, that is nothing. That have nothing to do with it. He must Tapa as a player.
Me just said that, brother, because I can't see the reason why I want to eat the man, brother.
No, nobody no hear Tapa.
It sound that way there, dude. It sound that way there. I'm not telling no lie. It sound that way there, brother. When you keep berating somebody, then people have to look at it now and peel away the layers now and say, why is it that they're berating this gentleman so much?
No.
I can't see it.
No, that is not it. That is not it. If I didn't know who coached this team and just saw the play and heard about the talent, like who are the players, but I come to the same conclusion. So it's not about Tapa the person. I just believe that not getting enough. It's the same thing with the Reggae Boys. I think with the last campaign we had a lot of talent and we saw some lackluster performances. Same type of thing. Yeah. Tapa been coaching for 18 years. Wow, that's a long time.
18 years.
Yeah, they hate him for it. Nobody no hate Tapa. I don't think there's one person that hate Tapa. I think Mr. Speed is more hated than Tapa. But you have to rate Mr. Speed as a coach.
Man, he must have when Tapa win the man and beat him. But you got how him look.
Not at all.
But you got
all right.
Tapa look, the man them just feel like said you just get beaten every time. Them see.
I'm a Mobile United supporter right now, so Tapa can stay still. We don't have a problem. Yeah. Let's see what happens going forward. Yeah. And yeah. Um, all right. I'm gonna read a press release, yeah? I'm gonna read a press release from the JFF. Increased Increases confirmed to slot allocation for the U17 men's and women's FIFA World Cups, right? The FIFA Council met last week to discuss the updates in relation to the slot allocation updates for the FIFA U17 men's and women's World Cup from 2025 to 2029. All right. The U17 FIFA Women's World Cup is set to, what does that text message? Okay. Is set to expand from 16 teams to 24 teams. And we'll see CONCACAF have four spots for the World Cup qualifying, right? So in the men's equivalent of the tournament will expand from 24 to 48. So that's like a doubling. And the CONCACAF will have a record 8 spots now, right? From four.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Head coach U17, Altiman Freddie Butler, reacted to this increase with the slot allocation. I am honored to lead the next generation of Jamaican footballers as we embark on this journey towards U17 World Cup with hard work, dedication, and strategic planning. I am confident that we can build a competitive team that will make Jamaica proud. Chairman of the Technical Committee of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Rudolph Speed, was also has also welcomed this move made by FIFA. This decision by FIFA is a game changer for the CONCACAF region. Traditionally, powerhouses have dominated and secured most of the spots, leaving less developed nation teams with limited opportunities to qualify. True. By increasing the number of spots, FIFA is promoting competitiveness and providing a platform for more teams to qualify. This move will not only enhance the quality of football programs, but also contribute to the overall development of football in CONCACAF, ensuring a brighter future for the region. The U17 World Cup, with both men and women starting in 2025, will be held annually. The U17 Women's Tournament from 2025 to 2029 will be held in Morocco, while the men's equivalent will be staged in Qatar. Other areas were discussed at the FIFA Council was an introduction of a FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup, okay, which starts in 2025, and that discussions are at an embryonic stage for a Women's Club World Cup in the near future. The end. Simon Preston, Media Press Officer. So there we have it. Big news, you would say, right? We have now double the amount of slots. What are your views?
Um, I remember when FIFA increased, even though it was one, I think it was one extra, one extra slot for the senior team, and instead of getting closer to it, we went further. We start coming six in the region and all of that, so
Yeah.
we still can't qualify for the slot. For the slot, there's no 5 position. There was 5 position now, you know. Once it was three, now they
Yeah.
added one and gave us the playoff. So call it a 2 slot. And instead of we now start come fourth, we start come six.
I hope that not happening in the men's World Cup, senior World Cup. Yeah, but this is a
So
massive. Yeah.
let's may I say let's not rejoice too soon. I wonder if this will make things easier for us. Um, I wonder, if we will take our proverbial foot off the gas
Mm,
in producing high quality players, because now it is like, come on, 8 position.
yeah, But I mean, I think
or you not qualify. You don't understand? Or you not
true.
gonna qualify. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You know, will it dilute the quality of players? You know what I mean? Because
If I should chime in there, what I see happening is I have to give JFF the credit, some credit, because
that level.
you, you can hear me. Are you going in and out, Dale? All right, let me just say that I have to give JFF some credit because I see them putting in plans for the U17 for now. Because if it's going to be an annual event, then it's gonna mean continuous preparation. It's not going to be, you have a lull period or a massive lull period. You would have to be keeping the team pretty much warm all the time, and keeping a team ready and almost match ready, maybe a squad, ready to go at any time. So, and I see them putting the plans in place. So it is looking positive from an outsider looking in. So we will see as the time unfolds. Yeah.
But
What
not to be a pessimist, but it would. I, I when I look at it, Duke, at face value, I wonder
yeah.
to myself, yes, from a biannual competition to a annual competition, I understand that Youth 17 based on FIFA is
Yeah.
a development tournament. The Youth 17 World Cup is a development tournament.
True.
However, how how no who which organization benefits more from the Youth 17? Does FIFA give enough or make enough allocation for countries to be able to participate in the Youth 17? Because to be honest with you, Duke, I was searching for
Hmm.
information about the under 17 World Cup. And this was like it was like I was digging for gold in the Congo. You understand me?
Well, if I go in the Congo, so I don't know if you mean say it's hard to find or you're finding a lot. So yeah.
No man, it's hard to find gold, brother. With the with
Oh,
the with the with the whole mining we go on the Congo right now, you can't find a
oh,
gold in the Congo right now.
okay, okay. Yeah.
You understand me?
Big up
But
Brian Mike. I see him checking in, checking in. Big up
but
yourself and pass.
but I'm saying to myself, hold on, just a second, dude.
Yeah.
Um, so the purpose, based on FIFA, the purpose of the U17 World Cup, FIFA state is to develop talents, to give
Right.
exposure and bring notoriety to youths who would not otherwise have the opportunity to showcase their talents, right? That's what FIFA is
Mhm.
saying. Now, when I look at the increase of um of tournaments from a biannual to an annual tournament, it just
Yeah.
begged to the question: why did FIFA opt to do this? When one, we
Hmm.
understand that the World Cup tournaments garner a lot of finances.
Right.
Yeah,
That is
that is
true.
one. But yet still FIFA does not give a cash incentive for the under 17 World Cup. One, they don't.
Mm,
They don't give from 1985. FIFA has
listening.
never given a cash incentive for winning the World Cup. So it begs
Mhm.
me to ask the question: how do teams, and will this create undue stress on federations to come up with money to take their under 17 teams annually to this tournament? Or is FIFA giving the federations um, fund or funding them to take part in these tournaments, because all I'm seeing here is FIFA making all the money. They have the rights,
Right.
the television rights. They are the ones who as a matter of fact, I found it quite dubious how
Okay.
Qatar got 5 years, 5 years to host this one tournament. We can't understand that. When
Five
time because
consecutive years.
because football is something that
Yeah, I found that interesting that
Qatar get
five
Qatar
consecutive
get
years.
5 years. And a
Yeah.
man might say, boy, deal. Where I try insinuate. So FIFA, I do something behind the curtain. But I mean, I insinuate nothing, you know. You understand me? One thing we can tell any man, anywhere billions of dollars there, there's some level of corruption. And
Yeah, not only but hold on.
FIFA is not exempt from that,
Not
because
only
we've
is
seen it.
not only is Qatar getting 5 years now. Remember that Morocco, which is a neighbor of Qatar, is getting another
Hmm.
5 years for women. So it is
Yeah.
going to be in the east,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know,
You understand me?
for
But
for for, for a long time.
but
Men and
outside
women development.
outside outside of that, I'm not even too care about Qatar. What I want to know is, how will FIFA are they going to allocate funds to the countries federation to help them to offset costs costs for the youth under 17 World Cup through this period? I see them budget. They have a projected budget, which
Hmm.
I, based on what they have stated, they are doing very well. So I want to know what that budget is going towards, because they have this manifesto on
Mm.
their platform talking about how they're trying to develop football. You understand me? But yet still, when I look on Jamaica, how Jamaica is trying to reach the under 17 World Cup, it is true. It seems like it is just pure sponsors, local sponsors. You understand me? So and I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but what I'm saying is that, where does all this money that is generated from these World Cup, where do they go?
Mm.
You understand me? How big is FIFA pocket? And you know what I mean? I'd like to see something. As I said, I looked at CONCACAF, and all CONCACAF I talk about is how they and FIFA work hand in hand to in a cohesive way to bring these tournaments to people and whatever, to youngsters and all of that. But yet still, I'm not seeing,
Yeah.
how the federations are going to be helped. You understand me? FIFA, because obviously,
Hmm.
this is a money move, brother. To put
It,
money
it
in a
really
FIFA
is a
pocket,
money move. Yeah, man, it's a money move because from yesterday,
Okay.
remember say they have the World Cup, the men's World Cup was over there,
Mhm.
and we're having the youth World Cups for 5 years, men and women in that region. So clearly some money, did the talking there.
Yeah.
Was there kickbacks? I don't know. But money in FIFA's pocket, definitely is playing that role. And possibly at the expense of development. Is it at the expense of development?
At the expense of development, sir.
Yeah.
That is what
So even under the guise of youth
un-
development,
I would say, under the guise of youth development. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head, brother. And
FIFA is
remember,
competing, right?
remember
Yeah.
also, for people who don't know, FIFA don't pay countries to host the World Cup.
Hmm.
Countries bid,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the bidding goes even further.
Yeah, man.
You understand me? To host the World Cup, because of
Money.
the
Benefit.
financial implications and driving. When you think about what Qatar made at the World Cup, it is listed. I think Qatar made $200 billion
Hmm.
or something like that from the World Cup.
Yeah. I think what is happening on another side of it is that side of the world, they're trying to, I don't want to say legitimize, but they want to raise the profile of the football over that side. it's been seen as a lesser league, and they're trying their utmost best to raise that profile, to change that public perception that only when you're ready to cash in, you go over Saudi, that side of the world.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, we have to give thanks that we have more spots, but I don't think it's without a cost. That's something is going to give, something gonna pay for something like this still. So yeah, those are the views right there.
But do you think, you think that you think you think the you think FIFA should change their stand, not awarding the under 17.
Not awarding down 17 to what?
Not awarding the
Check.
under 17 a cash prize for winning the tournament. You hear me?
You went out for a little while.
Yeah, may I say you think FIFA should, by this time, from 1985,
Mm-hmm.
FIFA, the under 17 tournament, as a matter of fact, it was the under 16.
Right.
You understand me? It they have never given a cash prize for winning the tournament. You think they should? You think they should change that stand, given the amount of revenue being generated, or is there some legal ramification,
Okay. Hmm.
because these are young
It might
men
not.
who are not at the age of profession. They are still playing at an
So,
amateur level.
hmm I can see that point, and we see that in sports all over the world. To be honest, where they try not to incentivize, at least with a lot of money, players who are not adults. Put it that way,
But we see
and that
but we see America has moved away from that, especially in the collegiate sphere.
yeah. But why did they make that rule in the first place? You know, what are the implications of giving a youngster, millions of dollars? I don't know.
Well, do you put it this way? I think I was doing a course, and they looked at, this was one of the things that they looked at. They looked at the changes that was made in the collegiate um, circuit. And now, when they look at players, you have some players that their best years is when they're in school. And when you also look at it, there is only so much players that can enter the NBA, or who can enter the draft in the MLS.
Small
Or
minority.
yeah, but there are hundreds of players, hundreds of players. And when you look at the history, a lot of these players, you have some players that are so good, when you listen to interviews and you listen to Michael Jordan and you listen to some guys talk, and even Jordan will tell you that they were. I remember Jordan talk about a guy that was better than him. He said that out of his own mouth, but the guy just
Right.
never make it out of the college system. You understand me? And some an injury mash up a lot of them, but yet
Yeah,
still they gave their best years to the collegiate system.
yeah, and I and that, but
Shouldn't they be rewarded? And I think this is what the system here in America has done, is that they have looked at it now and realized that, yeah, there are a lot of players who they gave their best to the collegiate system, and the colleges benefited greatly from it,
I agree.
and these players got nothing at all. You understand me? And so now they have changed it now. So players now can earn from their own likeness and all of those things, whilst they could not. So I'm
Uh,
wondering if FIFA should probably revisit, their stands as it pertains to the under 17 and find some creative way of incentivizing these
Yeah,
these
but
these these youths.
I can't say I don't. I think I see it from both sides because to be it's if you're giving. Well, it's a one-off event. So I think yeah, it could work. But if it's going to be an ongoing, like in the collegiate, it's almost like a whole season. It's almost like you're paying these players. It's almost like you're paying these kids to entertain you.
Mm.
So that is you what
What
should
are
be a
what are what are you saying? You want entertainment free?
no, but what should be a development is now becoming a business.
Yeah, but Duke, remember,
That's why I say I
even
understand from the perspective
even
of
though
the
even though it's a
collegiate.
development thing, Duke, your little son him a go out there, brother, and him a put on a show, and him a go get a knee injury, brother. We might just end him dreaming, brother.
I get that. I get
Right
that.
there and then,
I get that. I get that. But look on the other side now. If you know that your son now is going to be paid, some good money to do what is maybe a recreational thing. What other incentive is there going to be for him to even pursue academics anymore? You see what I'm saying? It's going to destroy the whole
Duke,
ecosystem, right?
me not hear nothing at all. Yes, I go stream you out a
Okay.
beat
I'm,
you bad
I'm
today.
saying yeah, I'm saying that if you start paying these children to play throughout the entire season, you are essentially making them work. They're supposed to be developing, pursuing maybe a career, or they could go into sports. You never know. But if you're starting to pay them now, then obviously their efforts will be totally dedicated to the sports to the detriment of everything else.
But Duke, isn't that what we're asking these youngsters in these academy to do? To dedicate themselves to the sport. That's what we're asking them to do,
I can
What
understand that you give a
what
prize money for like the World Cup, fine.
right.
So I can see why that could be okay, but I see it from both sides. I, I
Mhm.
I honestly see it from both sides. Which one is right? I don't know. I can't say I'm for paying kids. No. I can't.
But
But you
what
can
are
if
we interested in? What are we actually
this,
interested in, Duke? Are we
this is
interested in developing talents,
all right.
developing young men, developing boys who will be able to contribute to the development of their families? 'Cause a lot of these youths that we see now, they are youths that are coming from ghettos,
Yeah, I understand
unsavory
all of that.
communities and situations.
Understand
So
all of that. What you're
so
saying.
wouldn't it uplift, because we can't say we just want to develop them talent, but we don't care about them life.
So
It, not-
so
it, that don't
so
work,
what so what does it have to be? For example, does it have to be like a monetary? Um, you know,
You tell me next week.
no, maybe even you can give them put the money in a trust that when they're at a certain age they can. I don't know. I don't claim to have the answer to this because I don't claim to have
You
the answer
think
to this.
outside of the box, Duke. You're thinking outside of the box, and that me I do. Me I think outside of the box. If
But
you
I
don't
know,
want to, if you don't want to pay them directly,
yeah,
if you don't, but all right. Take for instance, let's look
paying
at
them school
let's
fees.
look at children. Let's look at child stars in Hollywood. Are they paid directly?
You sure you want your child stars in Hollywood?
They're no stars in football. This is what the
Yeah,
FIFA says, FIFA says that the under 17 is unhurting talent, stars, And that it
yeah,
saying,
but
brother. And that
I
them
don't
saying,
know. Yes, and I don't know if there's a big difference between in giving a child in a movie payment. And I don't even know how that is handled, honestly. That needs some more research.
But all we know
But
is that
what I
children is
know,
being used in
yeah,
this phase, and
yeah,
children is being used here also. One
yeah,
set. we see them a turn millionaire. You understand me? Then white is in this entertainment area over this side. The children just are play and entertain and poor same.
I think it might. There's one of those things that might sound to be like a good thing to do, but if you actually bring it to its logical conclusion, will this probably destroy the fabric of society. If you start paying children um for sports at that age, like paying them, I think that might not be the best thing to do. Giving them an incentive of sorts at that age, fine, because the moment you start pay them, you're gonna expect a certain level of performance from them, and there's a lot of things that will come along with that responsibility. You know, I don't know if you want to do that. Their priorities are going to be shifted so easily now. They're already working.
I think
They
there
will have to
I
have to
think
make
there
money.
are creative ways. There are creative ways that we can develop these talents and also ensure that their lives are improved greatly.
Yeah, I think sure, certainly some incentive, but not a salary. Yeah, but this is an interesting one. I didn't know that this one would would have ended up here. So, to be honest, yeah, but that's one of the big thing about one of the big questions in sports right now. Child, well, under the age, not adults, under the age of an adult, and incentives. Um, you want to touch on anything else, or you think we good?
No, the Women Club World Cup.
Okay,
I it seems to be it seems quite interesting. Quite interesting when I look at the
right.
numbers. When I look at the numbers, the Women's Club World Cup provides a minimum of $50 million to qualified clubs.
So, okay, I can hear the question coming.
You understand me?
Can Jamaica benefit?
I think everybody could wonder how can we benefit from this.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me just share some of the
yeah,
things that
yeah,
I
man.
found quite interesting. So as I said, $50 million will be up to be spent on the Club World Cup. There's a prize pool of approximately 2.5 billion dollars. two
Okay,
point
yeah,
five
billion.
billion dollars. A
The FIFA money
prize
we talk.
pool of $2.5 billion, brother.
Yeah, well,
All teams
price pool,
qualifying.
yeah,
Mhm. It says all teams qualifying will receive $1.5 million to cover preparation costs.
Hmm,
You understand me?
that's good.
Yeah.
And that
Reaching. Go ahead.
that wasn't even one of the highlights coming out of the press release that I saw. But this is a massive thing,
Yeah.
It's massive,
Yeah.
especially they've developed that development money. If you decide to pursue this, you will get funding.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely. Definitely. If the teams that reach round of 16, this is how lucrative this thing is now, brother. The teams that reach round of 16 will be guaranteed $9.6 million
yeah.
to
So
reach
so
round of 16.
mhm. So my question is then, um,
Hold on, Duke, before you put in your question. Let me just
all
read
right,
out the rest of the things then. It says
yeah,
that clubs also receive $10,950 per player for
right,
each day they are at the tournament. regardless of their performance or the time spent playing. Whether
Per
them
player,
play or them not play. Whether them play or them not play.
you listen,
10,000,
per player
900 per player. It's every per
per
player
day.
per day. No, it says club will receive $10,000. Call it $11,000 per
Yeah,
player for each day
yeah.
they are at the tournament, regardless of their performance.
This is some shocking news. I think this is the big news.
FIFA club, hold on, there's a video here.
Your internet dropping out there. Well, let me just say that is something that is, very big news. Imagine $10,000, almost $11,000 per day.
Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
So pick it up from the 10,000 per
yeah,
player per day.
right. So $10,000. There's also what you call the FIFA club benefit program,
Right.
also which also guarantees a minimum of
Mhm.
$180,000 per footballer, including the pre-World Cup training period. Oh my God!
So all right. I let me. I have to rush to this,
You see,
man, because
boy, you see that young lady right here, sir.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What you say?
Well, I forgot to play some football, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have to chop it up in at the 10,000 per day, brother. You know.
Play some football.
But all right. So this is begging the question: how can Jamaica benefit?
Yeah,
How wide is this pool? Who will be able to make use of this?
I read something where FIFA
Right.
was promoting it, and they were asking clubs and countries to
Yeah.
form clubs, to form as much clubs as possible.
Yes,
You know,
Timo. This is not Jamaican dollars. This is US dollars we're talking about.
yeah, to form clubs so that they can benefit. Young people and young women can benefit from this. There's a drive. There's a serious drive when it comes on to improving the female soccer. Um,
Yeah.
I remember talking to a coach.
But hold on a little bit there. You
Yeah,
know, I did a little journalism, and this is a classic case of what they call burying the lead. So the headline was U17 more spots. And then way down, there was the notion now that the women can get $10,000 per day. If you understand. So that is the big story if you ask me, that is the biggest story right
well,
there.
when I saw it, I was like, "What?"
So this has the potential to transform women's football, and that is clearly what FIFA is trying to do.
Yeah,
Clearly, they want to increase the football from the club level for women, and that is of course is going to just raise the profile of football, because that is how you develop it. You develop football through the clubs.
yeah, because pretty much it's only when you think about it, is England alone. Competitive soccer is being played for females.
Hmm.
Really?
So Jamaica should be looking into tapping into this now. You see,
Yeah,
much the same way as we're trying to probably even recruit players for the national team from abroad. There are a lot of players that are playing. They're Jamaicans, that are playing overseas. Could it be conceivable that we can somehow structure it that we have a club that is either based in Jamaica or run by Jamaica? I don't know how that would work, but to take advantage of this somehow.
Yeah.
We can't allow this to just pass by.
And females out there because Duke, we not tell the people them, but over the weekend we play in the tournament and a female was on our team and one of my
Yeah,
original have asked me, say, boy, is a female that? I mean, I say, yeah, it's a female.
you know enough man.
Yeah.
Enough man are gonna laugh, enough man are gonna laugh when they hear this. But I see, yeah, people, may I tell you the truth, the honest truth. Women, some women can really play ball. Don't think that women can't play football. Okay? There are a lot of women that can play better than a lot of so-called good players. I've heard people say, "Yo, them women, them can't play ball." And if even I see women that can rival men at a high level too.
For me,
At
Duke,
a high level.
for me, I would never put the woman, I would never put women in the space of men because
Mhm.
it's proven time and time that there's no competition.
In
I
terms of
remember,
strength
yeah,
and the
man,
speed,
it's not, there's
but
no
the ball,
competition. I
but the ball,
remember
the ball sense they have it.
they have it. They definitely can play and play attractive football,
Yeah, man.
very attractive football. You understand me? I remember one time watching, I think it was an Arsenal team or it was a Man City. I don't remember which team it was, but it was one of those English clubs that was high ranked, and they were playing female team, who won the title and all that, and they were playing
Mhm.
against some 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 I think under 18 boys, and the boys them trash them bad, brother.
Yeah, because they speed and it's really the strength. The strength is going
Yeah,
to
man,
come
the
into play.
strength and the agility, it
That is
it
it, right?
they can't. I remember Serena Williams one time was being touted and said because of her exploit that they could compare her to the men, and I think there was I don't remember who it was that was saying that no, she can't. You understand me? She can't. And eventually Serena Williams came around, and she herself said that if she was to play against Andy Andy Rod not Andy Roddick, the guy from England, if she was to play against him, she would
Hmm.
lose 6-love, 6-love, 6-love in probably
Hmm.
5 minutes.
Hmm.
She said the speed alone that those guys serve at, she can't return it.
Well, I don't know. 'Cause obviously
You
doubles
know what I
play all
mean?
the time, male and female. So I don't know. But
She can't.
I,
And
I just want
yeah,
the point I would make is that don't think that a woman can't play ball.
no man,
Really
they
high level
definitely
ball.
can play. They definitely
Okay.
can play.
The average man out there, I personally know women that can play ball better than Uno. All right. take my word for it. But I mean, what is the final word on in what we're saying here for the club? Because this is
I
an emerging story.
this
It should it
this
should it
this
should
is
it should, it should grow.
this is something that we must take serious. You
Yeah.
understand me? And as FIFA say, they want countries to form clubs. FIFA serious about this thing. And a little bit of money, this is a joke.
Yeah. So
That's
I mean,
crazy, crazy money. This.
so the word is JFF.
Hold on, you can imagine you going to a World Cup, getting
Yeah.
10,000, or you go to a FIFA World Cup club World Cup, and probably you're the worst player on all the team, and it don't even matter if you are playing.
No matter. Yeah.
You get
No matter.
11,000 US per day.
And the big part of it to me is the 1.5 million, I think, for the development.
Yeah,
That is a big thing. That I mean, so we could say that we don't have the money to start it up, but when FIFA is giving you the money now
yeah.
to
All
start
teams
it up,
qualifying will receive $1.5 million to cover
yeah,
preparation costs, and we're talking about US dollar.
yeah,
So
man.
Jamaican dollar we are talking. Serious.
Get the club, get the club together. You get the money to and call it preparation costs.
Yeah, man.
Let's make a start. So me see it.
Yeah, man.
So JFF, don't make that one a slide. This seems to be something that will transform Jamaica football again for the females. Don't leave the female football behind because I know it's languishing now, but get these things out to the public. You understand? Yeah. Those are my thoughts on the matter. Anything in closing? Because I think we can wrap it now. I think we can wrap it now and pick it up another time.
Yeah. Um, you have any comments?
Well, I mean, we
People,
have.
people want to know for want people to come on board, man. Join us here. You know, we have good content here. So you somewhat research with the virgin, bring them thing,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, to the people them. You know what I mean? If Duke, if we were to be truthful,
yeah,
if we were just sit down and do the podcast. Yeah. We've had this information from last week.
not true.
From just boss. And I was saying to
Yeah,
you that we need to get it out there before people, and then eventually I start hear people saying some small things. I don't think people went as deep as we did, but
yeah, man.
you know what I mean. Yeah, so we have good content here.
That's big news.
Um,
That is the big news right there.
yeah. So we want people to join. We need subscribers. We need people to like the videos. You know what I mean. Um, Demos, spread the word, bro. Spread the word, man. Ballhead is here to stay.
Mhm. And tomorrow, I don't know if I should. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna have a stream tomorrow. I'm gonna play. We're gonna play. We're gonna play a little game tomorrow. All right. So I think it's gonna be about. I don't know. Maybe 10, 11. We'll see. Look out for that thumbnail. We're gonna play a little game tomorrow. It's not. It's gonna be a light one. You know. We're gonna talk about a little bit of football, but it's gonna be fun and games tomorrow. For in the day, we might have a stream in the afternoon again. There, we might. We'll see.
Yeah.
But in the day, we'll probably do a little thing. Um, yeah. So again, it was a good one. We went
Yeah,
through a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
we
man.
spoke about the EPL. We spoke about the JPL. We spoke about the U17 and the women.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the rubbishing of firing coaches. You know what I mean? Yeah, and also, you know what I mean, the expectations people have of Tupper Whitmore, a man who
Let us
as
see.
was it Dima who said it? Tupper won the league, came back and did so well in the league, and even lost the league, won the league in its format that it would have been had they not changed
Easy,
it.
man. That's an easy thing, man.
You know what I mean? And ending up at the final and not losing in regular time either. So
Na-
I don't
Name me,
know.
name me one good coach in Jamaica that wouldn't do that with Mount Pleasant.
Well, the
That's
thing about
them.
this that Tapa did it.
Big
So
up yourself, Papa. Me not have nothing against my bad. Me not have nothing against. All right, for the record.
Tapa, no
Tapa,
matter how the man them a beat you, brother. You're our own brother. You're in history. And we
you are
can't deny
without a
that.
doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. So big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody for joining. We really appreciate your company. We hope that we were a good company to you, and we crave your indulgence as you like, share, subscribe, and spread the word of Ballheads TV, where we bring you some good discussions, good content, and allow you to participate and have your views. So until next time, I want to say we are over and we are out.